Hello world, I'm LJ and this is LJ Goes Sweden. Today it's time for part 2 of the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive standard version versus the Swedish winter. Unfortunately today I was not able to control the weather. Instead of doing an ice test today, as I was planning to do so, the weather decided to snow today. So I made the decision to basically try out the car again at the airfield in a bit more of deeper snow with slip start, without slip start, and then also some initial hill driving with the rear-wheel drive Model 3. There will be more coming regarding winter if we have more ice. However, I am thinking actually that this is only the case when the winter is coming to an end, because now I'm pretty sure that this snow that you're seeing right around me is gonna stay till at least March, and I don't think that there's a possibility for me to do some ice testing at least around the airfield. And also on the airfield, as you will notice during the video now, is there's a lot of snow there already, and there will not be any more chance for me driving there in the next weeks, months. So just that you already know about this. And guys, I read your messages. You all want to know where is this airfield, and I'm gonna mention this at the end of the video, so stay tuned, and then I'm gonna tell you where this airfield is. But now let's get started. Let's drive on it actually and figure out how this car handles in deeper snow. One thing that I can already tell you now from driving to this place again is the consumption. Because as of right now we have -6 degrees. We have a lot of snow, but however also we had a lot of ice on the road. So last time when I drove here, the road was just snow, and if there was no snow there was clear contact to the road. But now there was none. And this change in road condition made more influence than lower temperatures, because now my consumption went up a lot to 20.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometer. That is of course pretty high. If you translate this to the whole battery, this would be less than 300 kilometers with those conditions, and those are definitely the more Swedish conditions when you're not on the main roads. I was really surprised that this change of road conditions made such a huge change. Maybe it's also because it's snowing, so I will definitely check on these in the future. But also we now can compare the two graphs from last time's trip and nowadays trip, because it should be at least similar from like the ups and downs, but still it's of course very impressive. Okay guys, you see the perspective. I want to put the drone out and just try it out. We have still slight snow, but it's definitely not a lot. My goal with this video is not to prove that the rear-wheel drive version is the best in snow. I just want to show how good the rear-wheel drive version is in snow, so that people who might think should they get a rear-wheel drive version or the all-wheel drive version have a better understanding regarding their use cases. And it's pretty obvious that if you drive into snow, you're gonna struggle, no matter if it's all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, but you're gonna struggle way more if you just have a rear-wheel drive car. Now I would say let's get the drone in the air. Let's see what we can achieve today. First of all, let's see if we even can turn around here. So if I now fully press the accelerator, you're gonna notice it's coming. Like, it's not like it's not working, but it just, you know, it's a lot of snow, guys. Now we are really in deep snow. I have activated slip start. This is full snow, so we don't have any grip possible. Let's see what's happening. Okay, we get actually some grip, but if we, well, let's just try it out. We're now on slip start. So I'm actually spinning around. I would have not expected that this works in this car. Now let's do it in reverse. I hope you can see the tires spinning actually. Let's do it one more time. This direction. There's just spinning. So if we deactivate slip start now, there's no chance that the car will even spin in, I guess at least. We will figure it out right now, so let's see. No, I don't think so. See, so the accelerator is fully pressed. The car's nearly coming to a stop. So in situations like these, I have to say that the slip start mode is definitely the better one if you're stuck and you really have to get out. But if you're on less snow, like I showed you in last week's video, I have to say, don't activate slip start. You really just need it for situations like these when you have made a mistake and you need to get out and hope that it works. Okay, so that is the knowledge that we gathered from this. Now again, of course, let's figure this whole thing out again with acceleration and standard. I have noticed, and I also don't try it out this time, if you don't have slip start activated, it doesn't make a difference between chill and standard acceleration because the car decides on its own when it gives you acceleration. And if you activate slip start, however, now, I think we're gonna have a lot more spinning going on. Oh yeah, wow, okay, there's way more kick if we have slip start and standard acceleration. Definitely more than in chill mode. So based on this, one can say standard and slip start gives you the most drifting for sure, but I have to say I don't really feel comfortable doing these wheelies right here because the snow is just very deep. But also now if you just take a look at the drone footage, the height of the snow and the height of the car, it's like basically, you know, very, very close. And I think the car is really like gliding over the snow just a few millimeters, maybe even nothing. So this is the result out of these grip tests now with deeper snow. Now, of course, let's do something else, and that is some hill driving. Let's now get out of here and instead let's go to the hill that actually leads to this place. I don't even know if we have enough battery in the drone so that you can follow me to the way there. But as I already said at the end of the video, I'm gonna mention where this place is located at, so that if you want to go here, you can try it out yourself. But one thing that I always want to say is I think it is better the less people know about it, because you know, the more people know, they probably gonna take away this access to this abandoned airfield. So if you know it, don't spread it on Reddit or anything, you know, just like if you share it to your friends and you go here and drive around, I'm definitely up for that. But okay, so now we are back on the main road. I actually hope that there's no car coming here, because we are on a road where cars can actually drive on right now. So there we go. Now here we can actually do some more traction tests. I have now no slip start, so this is like the normal driving mode, but I think with standard acceleration, yes, I'm gonna take away the standard acceleration because it's not my normal driving. Especially in winter, I would not recommend using standard acceleration. But you can see, even here, the car pretty stable, at least in my opinion. Of course, if you do a bit more hectic, then the car is also sliding. So definitely there's a way to make the car spin for sure if you really do too much on the steering wheel. So there are options to make the car spin. Now we are going to the hill. I don't really know if you have a good perspective when we are driving to the hill now, because it is, well, there are a lot of trees around it and I don't really want to, be there too much, but maybe we're gonna use, we're gonna use the other one. So now I'm going downhill, and if you let go of the accelerator, like people were always saying, like you could slide there, and I'm definitely agreeing, like the recuperation, like the car slows down itself, of course, but because it's like recharging the battery, but you're sliding a lot when you're doing these things. But okay, so now here we are at this small little hill. I'm gonna measure out, of course, also like how many degrees it has, but let's see if I maybe can find a better way to show you this. I have to be really careful now because I don't know where the drone is, and it actually nearly flew into a tree already. We're just trying to figure it out. So I'm gonna drive up here now, full acceleration. And we are at 24, 25. The yellow lamp, of course, comes on. We don't really have traction, but it works. And now, let's turn around. I hope no car is coming because we're gonna redo this. We will see how the car behaves when we now activate slip start and go uphill. I hope the drone doesn't fly into a tree because there are a lot of them here. Okay, so now the drone stop. Yes, perfect. I nearly need to change it, but now let's activate slip start and try to get up here. So it still works, but it's a lot of sliding. Like the car is really unstable. Maybe you can even see, like I lose a lot of control while driving with slip start, but it also has worked. It's not like that it didn't work. So, okay guys, now it's time to do this whole thing one more time, but now we switch around because the first hill we took without slip start and the second one with. Now we take the first hill, so the one to the main road with slip start activated, and then the second one to this place where I am right now without, so that we can also compare these actually. But first I have to turn around right here. So let's see, how many turns do we need? Man, I think I always would like to have a drone when I'm driving. I really like that additional perspective, how far I can drive in front. That is really nice, man. But just imagine everyone would have a drone around like his car to have like a top-down perspective. So when we are over the bridge, we activate slip start. We also put the car now in standard acceleration because when I did it before, I had it in chill mode. And as we noticed, standard acceleration gives way more spinning because of course it gives the full power that the car has available to the tires. So let's see what happens. So there we are. We activate slip start, standard. I'm gonna also stop at the middle of the hill to see what happens. Can we make it with slip start up the rest of the hill in standard acceleration? So here we go. Slip start is activated. I don't really know if you can see, the car is actually not straight anymore. I'm really sliding, and now we're gonna stop right here. Let's get the drone a bit back that you maybe have a better perspective because the drone is really, really close right now. Let's see if we can make it up with slip start. Yeah, we make it up, full acceleration. I'm nearly drifting, whoops, whoa. Okay, so if you saw that, that is a lot of drifting. And now, yeah. Okay, so that was with slip start, standard acceleration up the hill. The car made it, but also I can see the tracks. I think you can also see huge track marks that I made with the car, and it got like it really grabbed the ground. So it got through all the snow layers and got grip from the ice layers or maybe the ground really that was underneath. And now on the other side again, we go back without slip start. We accelerate, we put it back to chill mode because that doesn't make any difference, I guess at least. And we're gonna stop on halfway of this little hill. I know this is like not the steepest thing, but this is the closest thing I know of, and it's the steepest I also know of. So we are already driving up here without a problem, but now we're gonna stop right here. I'm gonna accelerate now, chill mode, standard settings, no slip start. Okay, the drone does not have me, unfortunately. But it works. I'm gonna redo it because, of course, I want the drone to be there. But there the car is coming. We're going back reverse this little hill down here, and now we're gonna brake. We only have 2 minutes left on the SD card of my camera, so let's redo it, and then I need to stop somewhere. So maybe you can see it works. We're gonna stop again right here and just redo the whole thing. Yeah. 6, 8, 9. We also have some sliding going on, but the car makes it up the hill. No problem whatsoever. I have 1 minute left. Let's put the car somewhere safe to park, and then let's talk about our resume of this chaotic but still successful winter testing part 2. Okay guys, so there you have it. The Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive standard version is capable of going uphill, downhill. Well, in my opinion, pretty good. Of course, you have some sliding, especially if you have the slip start mode activated going uphill. But what I can tell you, all-wheel drive is always better in snowy conditions. I really have to say I am very surprised how good the car rear-wheel drive version is handling snow. With deep snow, I really don't feel comfortable doing these, and I'm planning not to do these anymore because I actually think the battery was already touching some of the snow because it's just not that high. The car is not high. We have only like 13 centimeters of ground clearance. So obviously this is not gonna work that well. And I also noticed just right now by looking at the car, just look how much snow we collected in there. And probably also on the back. Oh yeah, wow. Just look at this. This is a lot of snow. I'm gonna clean that up now before I continue driving. I'm also gonna clean up the back side of the car because I don't see anything through my camera or anywhere. So that is pretty crazy. And I guess also on this side, yeah, a lot of snow everywhere. Even inside, I don't know if you can see, the tires are full of snow. Okay, so that is it, guys. Did you expect the car to behave that good in winter, or would you say like, yeah, okay, it's obvious, we have good software on here, we have a lot of systems nowadays that make it basically very safe driving in winter, no matter where you are. But of course also, I haven't said it in this video specifically, I am using Nokian tires, the Hakkapeliitta R5, I think. I always forget the R. But yeah, so the tires definitely make most out of here. And yeah, I am very happy with what we have done today. I am also very happy with the hill driving because that was actually the most scariest thing that I was skeptical about in the beginning. Of course, if we have like a lot of snow like on the airfield, on hills, it's not gonna work. I don't even need to test it. I know this is not gonna work because the car already struggled so much on a flat surface. If you want to support me and you are not having a Tesla or you're planning to buy another one, I really would appreciate it if you would use my link down in the description to get some discount. If you're in America, you actually get $2,000 now off. I think in Sweden it is still, is it 11,400 crowns? I'm not 100% sure, but it's like round about $1,000. I would really appreciate if that works because then I could like invest the money for either driving to further distances to do more crazy travel things, or I could use the money to do some auto parking and maybe in the future full self-driving things if they would finally arrive in Sweden, which is unfortunately not the case thanks to strict regulations in the EU, unfortunately. But yeah, we can just only hope that the car can fully drive itself in a few years. Yeah, okay, but now, of course, the last question you were all waiting for. Where is this airfield? Well, I am in Western Åland because I am living in Örnsköldsvik. And this airfield is not even an hour away from me, and it is an abandoned airfield because it was used during the Cold War. And the airfield is called Kuba. I probably think that most Swedish people or people that are not living in Sweden, need to travel a lot to get up here. But if you live further north, you know it now. And there's actually another airfield that I found that is probably also capable of driving onto, but I haven't been there yet, and I actually also forgot the name. I'm gonna drive there probably next summer, just to see if you can even access that one. But this one here that I'm on, everyone can drive there. Enjoy the drive up here that you're gonna make if it's in winter or in summer. Enjoy the fun you can have on this airfield. But don't overflow it. That is the only thing that I would like to say. Okay, but now enough said. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. We're gonna see each other back in the next video. I don't know where it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it will be awesome. And if you're interested in more Tesla content, next Sunday I'm gonna tell you 5 things that you definitely need to do when you have a Tesla parked outside during winter, especially Swedish winter, because there's a lot of things that I did wrong, and I just want to share it with you guys so that you don't get annoyed just like I have been. Okay, but now enough said. Have a good one. Bye bye.